I'm the Scorpio Stellium. I'm your no bullshit tarot card reader. We're going to take a look at your predictions for November 1st through 7th. You know how I do things here. I tell you how I come to the conclusions I come to. I put the astrology into it as well. And at the end, we do a pick a card for what message you need to hear this week. So let's see what we've got for you, Capricorn. All right. Reverse 2 of Cups, 10 of Cups. What a weird combination. 5 of Swords. Okay, so we're starting this week off not in a good place relationship-wise. I gotta be honest with you. 2 of Cups reversed is not a great place for a relationship to be. No. And you know what's funny is I have this 10 of Cups in between 2 yucky cards. This 5 of Swords, which is a fight that you can't win, and 2 of Cups being this relationship issues. And then I have this lovely happy card, the 10 of Cups, right in the middle of it, just like happy little family, everything lovely. You know, this little couple right here with their little kids, and I think there might be a dog. You know, I don't know. There's not a dog. There should be a dog. Everything just hunky-dory, right? Right in the middle. So what's that doing there, right? What I'm seeing this as is it looks like something else is getting in the way of your happiness. It looks like some other relationship is getting in the way of your happiness, or your relationship, some other issues, some family type issues are getting in the way where you can't win this fight. You've tried and tried and tried, no matter what, even if it feels like one person is winning, nobody's winning here. That's what the 5 of Swords is. Nobody is winning. You know, this is like a very unbalanced kind of energy because the 5 of Swords with Venus, which is this beautiful sign of love and beauty and money, is in Aquarius. And Aquarius is not really about the touchy-feely stuff. Aquarius is about going out there and trying to establish something new, you know, doing their own thing. They're very independent. And 5s, the number 5, having the 5 of Swords, 5s are an inherently erratic number, which can be a good thing sometimes, but in tarot, usually not. So what we have here is biting words, things said in anger, you know, just saying something so you can feel like you got a minute little victory, or somebody feels like they got a little victory, but they really didn't, because what we came down to is this reverse 2 of Cups where you two aren't happy with one another, or you're not happy in a relationship right now. So this is the way the week starts. It's not so hot, I gotta be honest with you. We have the reversed Hanged Man next to it. Seems like somebody is taking on the victim stance. You know, this is what's been done to me and I don't like it, and this isn't fair to me, and I shouldn't have to suffer this way. Now that may be true, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a healthy mindset to have. That's with the Hanged Man reverse. Then next to this, we have the reverse 2 of Swords. This is where a decision has to be made. We have to come to some kind of decision, and you're having trouble doing it. You don't really feel like the decision that you've been led to is the one that you want to make. You feel, I think, backed against a wall here, and that leads to, you know, re-emphasizing that victimhood stance with the reversed Hanged Man. And we have the 6 of Cups. So this is something that goes back. The 6 of Cups is about the past. So we have things going on, decisions being made that everything seems to culminate and pull from the past. There's history here, basically. This is a long-standing thing that I think a decision has been needed to we've needed to reach a decision for a while. It may be that we have made the decision and we don't like what the decision came to, but it's just this whole issue with do I think back on the past in good terms, and am I able to bring that goodness into the future or not? It's a lot of stuff. So we're going to clarify, of course, in a minute, but let's look at the bottom line. The bottom line being the reverse Queen of Wands. So I feel that this is the energy of not being confident in yourself. A lot of times, for some of you, this can be another woman involved in a situation. The Queen of Wands is often somebody who uses her position in a relationship, or her position in her life in general, or even her physical appearance, can use that to her advantage. But no matter what this connotation is, there's definitely the connotation of feeling insecure, feeling a lack of confidence, feeling that you are not ruling, you're not powerful, you know, you feel your power has been taken away from you. The Knight of Pentacles next to it. So this is a slow and steady kind of card. This is a card of taking it a day at a time. And I think that's what conclusion you come to is you can't do anything about it. You don't like the situation the way it is, so you just choose to take things a day at a time and see what will happen. That's the Fool. The Fool is going into it without really any expectations. The Fool, being the number 0, is about pure potential. It's Uranus energy too. That's the planet associated with it. And Uranus is the wild card planet. It's like the anything could happen kind of planet. So here you are thinking, you know, I can take it one day at a time and I'll just see what happens, because I don't know at this point. Anything could happen. Let's go ahead and do some clarification, get more information about these little stories in here. I think what we're going to get is a mix of things about what I've talked about here and also some other situations that may be coming into your life this week. So understand that cards do have multiple layers. And as we go through and we build those layers, we get new meanings and new understandings, new situations. So let's look at the reverse Two of Cups first. This unhappiness in relationship, not doing so well together. So we're going to take this Two of Wands. I'm not going to take these because I just dropped like 4 of them. Just don't worry about it. Take the one, that one meant to come out. The Two of Wands, Mars, passion, energy in Aries is the association. So we've got a lot of initiating energy. This is a forward-looking, forward-thinking kind of card. So it seems that maybe one person is looking forward and the other is not. Or maybe the plans have been delayed and frustrated. If it's clarifying the Two of Cups, relationship plans have been delayed and frustrated. Let's look at this Ten of Cups, because I was like, man, that is a peculiar little card sitting right there in between the two of those about relationship issues, fighting. Nobody's winning this argument, and it seems like from that spread there that it's somebody else's little family or even your family can be getting in the way of your relationship. It can even be that your kids are getting in the way of your relationship for some of you. So we have the Eight of Wands clarifying this. We're trying to put a lot of force behind something. The Eight of Wands is messages. So some of you may be receiving some messages, some communications from people about family, and those are affecting the environment, the situation in a negative way. There may be fights within the family, fights with the other parent. Can be just not liking what somebody else is saying, because like I said, Eight of Wands is this communication card. It's also a card of putting a lot of force behind something. With Mercury and Sagittarius, it moves very fast because of Mercury and then Sag being fire sign and being about expanding. It can be a little bit too much. So let's look at Five of Swords. This is those arguments, that combativeness, winning for the sake of winning. So really nobody's winning. Okay, and we have the Six of Wands and the Ten of Wands. Okay, Six of Wands is assuming a victory, okay? The Six of Wands can be a very good card. It can be like there's going to be a victory. We see it coming, but it's not here yet. With the Six of Wands, it's the almost energy. So it's Jupiter in Leo, and because of the fact that it's Leo tends to be very optimistic, and Jupiter's such an optimistic card, but it's almost like assuming the win. So with these arguments, one person may be assuming the win, but in actuality, all they are doing is putting more burdens on another person. With this Ten of Wands next to it, this is about burdens. So maybe overburdening somebody. So my point here being, you may have a partner or a love relationship that somebody has just assumed that things are going to be a particular way and you don't like them, and it makes it more stressful for you. Can be vice versa as well. So let's go ahead and clarify the reversed Hangman, because here we have one person feels like they're the victim. One person feels like they're having to sacrifice more than the other person. So let's look at that. Okay, we have Knight of Pentacles. So we have one person feels like they have to do all the work. Knight of Pentacles being a very work-oriented card. So if you feel like you're the one who has to take all the responsibility, that's going to obviously lead to this Ten of Wands feeling of like, I'm stressed out, I'm overburdened, I'm overwhelmed, there's too much on my shoulders. So one person may be putting more on the other, not carrying their fair share of the weight. Let's look at the Two of Swords. This is about decisions that need to be made. Okay, Four of Wands. Decisions have to be made about whether or not you're going to let somebody back into your life, because the Four of Wands card is about homecomings and celebrations and reunions and reconciliations, all that fun stuff. But here it's like you're making a decision. Are you going to let them back in? I think you actually are going to let this person back in. You're not going to close down the walls and close down the door, lock the door yet. Whether or not that's a good decision or not will stand to be seen. But let's look at the reverse Queen of Wands now. This is that confidence failing, that feeling like you're not getting what you want, and there may be a tendency, when I drop too many cards, I'm going to put them back in. That tendency to get pissy. There's just no better way to say it. Tendency to get pissy with the reverse Queen of Wands here. Went on the floor. Look at that. It's in a hat. Okay. Queen of Pentacles. There's definitely dueling women here. There are definitely dueling women. When we have the Queen of Wands, she's reversed. We have the Queen of Pentacles. These two are going at each other. One may be the other woman. One may be the wife and the mistress. It can also be just two women who work together, or two women who have family together, or relationships together in some other faction. But there's definitely the feeling of two women pissed off at each other and in competition with one another. And now we have the Knight of Pentacles. We're going to clarify this. Well, what do we choose to do? We choose to do it one step at a time and just see where things are going, because it doesn't seem like there's an easy way out of this. And sometimes the only thing to do is to just keep moving forward. I know not all y'all have seen Frozen 2. I'm going to show that I'm a mom here. But that movie had some really good stuff in it. And one of the things I love is she says, when you don't know what to do, you just do the next right thing. One day at a time. Just the next right thing. The next right thing that's right in front of your face. You don't worry about 5 years from now. You worry about today and what's the right thing to do today. And that's kind of what you choose to do. You're like, what's the right thing to do today? The right thing to do today is one step at a time, and also Four of Swords, to stand down. It's to not argue. This is taking a break. The Four of Swords is like, we need some rest, especially when it comes to relationships. We need a break. We need a ceasefire. So that's what I think that you either choose to do or what you should be choosing to do. And the Fool, Uranus energy. Anything could happen. I'm going to just go into it and see where it all lands. Let's clarify that. I'm going to just stop, because when the Fool is clarified by the Fool, I'm done. I'm like, yep, that's exactly what it means. It's like anything could happen. Fuck, we'll just figure it out. We'll see what happens. One day at a time, we'll get there. We'll figure it out. But not today. Not today. One day at a time. Let's do your pick a card for your message that you need to hear this week. It will be 3 cards, 1 through 3. Choose one, only one, please. One message is yours. All may resonate, but one message is yours. Okay, Capricorn, and go ahead while we're waiting, while I'm shuffling, go ahead and hit your notification bell when you subscribe, because I know you are not going to get notifications when I post new videos otherwise, and I got to fight the YouTube monster, right? Like a little baby channel here. So help me out. Go hit that subscribe button. Okay, I've got card 1, card 2, and card 3. 1, 2, 3. So you know how to pause. I'm going to jump into it. First card, 7 of Coins. What you have planted is going to grow. What you have been sowing, you are going to reap. It has taken time, but the time for harvest, the time for getting the work out, the investment that you've put in, it coming back to you is coming now. It's either here or it's very, very close. So it's an encouragement to you. Card 2 is the King of Wands. This is telling you confidence is everything this week, baby. You've got to maintain your confidence, your strength, your resolve, and not give in and not fret about it, not let all the other nasty little stuff that's going on around you affect your mindset. And then for card 3 is the 4 of Cups. This is telling you that you need to not focus on the one thing you can't have and forget all of the things that are around you. If you're sitting here so worried about the one thing that you really, really want, to the point that it puts a sour taste in your mouth about everything else in life, then it's really not healthy. So this is encouraging you to take a look around, have that gratitude practice, look at all of the abundance in your life. Thank you so much for watching, Capricorn. I'll see you again next week.